About Blake Masters' idea in tackling Section 230.
I've gone back and forth a lot on this with a lot of people, and I personally am of the opinion. I think Blake Masters is a great guy. I think he was talking a little bit about Digital Bill of Rights too.
Yeah, I talked to him about this last year at America
But
Fest.
I think we're just not really going to get anywhere on the Section 230 issue. I think it's too murky of a situation.
Even though Justice Roberts has indicated that there may be an avenue to treat these people already as public utilities, or there's another word for it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do something more hard set because I think they're going to keep dancing around it either way. And the other big thing that a lot of big lawyers that are working on this issue that I've been talking to, I think the thing that's not widely known is based on the Telecommunications Act in the 90s, passed under the Clintons, the internet is not a constitutional jurisdiction. The internet is a corporate one. So for anyone who's heard of me before, I was thrown in prison back in 2020. I was making a flamboyant infotainment-y style YouTube channel, but I was talking about WikiLeaks and corruption and stuff. And the basis, I had called for a phone call and email campaign against this tech giant that had censored my stuff, right? What I was thinking, legitimate political activism, free speech, that sort of stuff. Things that the lefties do all day, every day. Right, the lefty hit squads like Media Matters and MoveOn.org and all these sorts of characters.
Anything to store us back, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. So they do this all day, every day. And they were able to say, the FBI, when they raided my house with the SWAT team over a YouTube video, they were able to say that based on that company's terms of service, since the internet is a corporate jurisdiction, that your people's telephone calls and emails that were going to their tech support line were not, by their definition of terms of service, legitimate tech support emails and phone calls. So they said one count of wire fraud for phone calls, one count of wire fraud for emails, one count of wire fraud for social media posts. And they threw me in prison and jammed me up for years on end over that. So I think that's not a widely known thing. I think in public they posture as that this is still a constitutional jurisdiction. So internet, based according to the FBI, is not a constitutional jurisdiction, and they can prosecute people over that. And so that's a pretty dangerous state of affairs, right?
Government should not be able to prosecute over your speech.
Absolutely not.
I found it interesting how they wiggled that law to basically say, oh, you're in violation of this, even though it was your First Amendment right to say what you did and your political free speech to target's a bad word, but to launch a campaign, to mobilize, to get something changed. You weren't harassing them, and you weren't doing anything like that. I mean, it's like you said.